Hi everyone and welcome back. So how have you been this past week? I've been pretty good actually. I'm really excited because yesterday I was at an interview for an organization role in a convention that's going to be here in the beginning of next year. And I've been on this convention a couple of times before and I really love it. It's a gaming convention for games. Obviously, if it's a gaming convention, it's supposed to be for games. But anyways, yesterday was a really stressful day because I had to work before, I had rehearsal with my band and stuff like that, so I didn't have time to think about the interview until I sat at the interview and looking at the person interviewing me about this. So I didn't have time to prepare for it, so I just tried to wing it and hoped for the best. And afterward, I was like really disappointed with how I did. I thought that I could have done much better. The things I said felt like textbook examples for things that you should say at an interview and not in a good way. The things I said sound like someone had told me, tell them this stuff because that's what they want to know. Even though everything was true, I didn't lie to them, not at all. But after I said them, I realized it sounded much better in my head. So I was really nervous. I actually got the answer today already, which I wasn't prepared for. I thought that I would have to wait a longer time. But I got the answer today and I'm in. I'm going to help organize this convention and it feels so awesome. I'm so happy that they wanted me to help them, that they want me into this project. Although it's going to be real stressful for me because I will start with this like right now. We will have weekly meetings with the other people that's going to organize this with me, or I'm with them. And between the weekly meetings, we will have stuff that we do ourselves. Like someone is going to be in charge of getting the prize for the tournaments that's going to be on the convention. Someone is going to be in charge of how we're going to decorate the convention, in charge of getting people to have lectures and stuff like that. So it's going to be real stressful for me because I'm studying at 100% already. It's like a full-time job. I have to study for at least the same hours like if you had a full-time job. So I have that and I have my band and then these weekly meetings and I still want to upload. So if I'm not uploading like that often after this, or if there will be really short videos just with updates what I've done this week, please reconsider that my schedule is jammed right now and I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I will really try to upload anything every week. Like I said before, at least I will tell you about my song of the week. At least. I hope you can bear with me this couple of months when I will be really occupied with so many different stuffs. And like I said, it's so exciting to be able to do this. I'm really looking forward to it. And except for that, nothing really new has happened in the past week. So I thought that I could use the rest of this video to talk about a question I've been asked a couple of times actually. What does Wyrneck mean? So I thought that I could answer that and at the same time answer where I got my catchphrase fans running from too. I could tell you like the really short version and just say they come from video games. But I don't think that answer it enough actually, because it's not the full answer and I want to give you the full answer, the real origin story about my name and my catchphrase. So here we go. Wyrneck, it's my internet alias, my username, my game tag, and I've had this name for like 6 years or something now. Wow, that's a really long time actually. But anyways, the story about Wyrneck begins in 2004 when me and my sister got a PlayStation 2 as a Christmas gift from our parents. And a couple of months after that, in the beginning of 2005, we got a game that, except from being a really big part of this story, is a real big part of my life, or at least was. That game was Confection. And that game and that world, it's marvelous. I really love it. It's magical. For you who don't know what Confection is, it's actually part 1 of a video game series from the .hack universe, you can say, or the .hack franchise. And this game series is about playing an online game. So you're playing an online game. And in this game, the game that you're playing is called The World. It's a fantasy MMORPG. And I hope you're still with me with what the .hack games is. And if you're not, then you can Google .hack and look at the .hack wiki. But anyways, in this game there's things called the spirits of the world. You can summon those spirits if you are a high level mage, or wave master as it's called in this game, and use special scrolls. And the spirits of the world is called... Before I tell you the names, I have no idea how they're supposed to be pronounced. They don't tell the names in the games at all. So if I'm telling them really badly, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If someone knows how I'm supposed to say them, please comment below. The spirits of the world are called Yarthkins, the spirit of the earth, Vulcan, the spirit of fire, Lancior, spirit of thunder, Meros, spirit of water, Crake, spirit of wood, and the last one is Wyrneck, spirit of darkness. And when I was younger, until I was like 19 or something, I thought that I had dyslexia, was dyslexic. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but I thought that I had it, was that. And I really thought that until I got tested, and the result was that I don't have it. But for some reason, a big part of my life, I've had trouble with reading and writing, and that made me like mix up letters like all the time. For a really long time, when I played the game, I read Wyrneck as Wyrneck. And one time when I played the game, and I think like my sister or someone was with me when I played it, and I said something about Wyrneck and said Wyrneck, and they were like, dude, do you actually think it's Wyrneck? No, it's Wyrneck. And I was like, what? So I googled it and realized there's nothing called Wyrneck. I decided that I could be Wyrneck, so I changed my username all over the internet, on all the sites that I had a username. I changed my blog and everything, and really just took over the name Wyrneck. So here I am, and I'm the only Wyrneck in the world, that I know about at least. So what about fancy running? When I got the 3DS, it actually took me like a year or something for me to realize what me and Street Pass and stuff like that actually was. But then I got to learn about that, and on Street Pass you can have like a greeting that other people see when they're meeting you. And so the first thought that I had was fancy running into you as a greeting. So I tried to put that in, but the amount of letters that was allowed to use was only enough to put in fancy running. And I thought that it looked hilarious and really dumb to run up to someone like, fancy running. So I stuck to it, and I actually used it as an ending phrase when I was blogging too. So when I started this, I thought that I could use it here on YouTube too. Why not? So here you go. That's the story about fancy running and where I got Wyrneck from. To sum it up, it's from a video game that I read wrong because I had problems when I was younger with reading. So I read it wrong, took the name from me, and I'm the only Wyrneck that I know about. Before I go, I want to tell you about my song of the week. My song of the week is when I give you a recommendation of a song that I have listened to a lot this past week. And this week's song is Walk the Moon Fixin'. And I think it's really good, it's really catchy, for me at least, it's got a good BPM to walk to. The lyrics and the singing is really good, and I just want to sing with it and like really give it my all. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button below and subscribe to know when I will upload the next time. And I will see you in the next video, but until then, fancy running.